Yeah, at all times, this motherfucker goes upside down. Oh my!
You know, can't all be zingers. We ain't done this in a minute, dude. Give me a break.
Look, yeah, we. What's up, Attitude fam? Look, I know me, Hoggy, and Pete haven't been around for a minute. Well, Hoggy's channel's blowing up. You know, he's been personally successful. I don't know why he's upside down.
I mean, dude, like, because I'm personally successful, I guess.
You're just shitting on everybody poor. Fuck your HOA.
It's a nightmare right now. Like, all of a sudden, it's been fine all afternoon while we were talking.
So, but I know. So look, we all been going through some things, rebuilding ourselves, our brands, and just getting this money right during this Trump economy. But me and Hoggy want to talk this shit because I miss this brother and I miss Pete, but I know Pete's doing his thing. So I was like, Hoggy, let's do something wild and let's go on live. And Hoggy said, "Fuck it." So let's do it.
Let's do that shit. Why not?
So Hog.
So what caused you to call me and say, "Hey, let's do this shit"? Anyways, because I was just sitting around minding my own business.
Man, what happened with the last time in the universe, bro. I ran into one of your posts on TikTok, and I know you. Well, a couple of them. You was fighting with your HOA, but you was also posting things about the Epstein files. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Me and him haven't chopped it up in a minute because my OT, but the last 2.5 months, 3 months kind of calmed down. So I was like, I can get back into the regular groove of what we were doing. So I was let me call my brother up and see how he doing. And you picked up. He was like, I ain't doing shit, but just sitting on the couch.
Well, I wasn't on a couch, but the dogs took that over. I can't have the couch, so. But well, I'm glad to hear from you. I'm glad that you're doing good.
No time.
Miss y'all. I wish Pete was here. But
miss Pete. Salute to Pete.
We didn't even give him a heads up, so like that's not his fault. That's our fault.
No, he's got a small business to run with his wife. He'll see us. Sarge already know we go rogue before he comes to choose our asses.
Yeah. They probably be like, what the hell are you guys doing?
Yeah. But look, I was telling Hoggy behind the scenes, but I'm proud of him because he actually his personal channels have been making content. And Hoggy, shout out your personal channels on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram.
Thank you. Oh, just Christopher Hogset and Hog4602.
On which channels, bro? You got to say which channels.
Oh, geez. Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. Yeah, you know already.
Well, no. Which one? What's your name on Facebook?
Christopher Hogset. I'm trying to work on that, by the way.
And then on TikTok is what?
Hog4602.
Yeah, he does a lot of good one-on-one commentary. How you live in the Mississippi Delta, you know what I'm saying? So he goes through some shit down there with them white boys. He's at war with his HOA right now.
I stay with them. That shit is irritating.
Nah,
that shit is irritating. Bad. Those people. We are not getting along. You can tell I haven't used all this equipment in a long time. Y'all talked me into buying a bunch of shit and then just fucking shit the bed and left.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I take responsibility for that because I'm the one who implemented as crazy as I did, and I had to work my ass off to make sure. But I did miss you fellas. So I missed the politics. I missed the stories. We actually salute to our own fellow veterans because we're all vets.
Yeah. No, it was just life took over. And then I was like, well, fuck, man. I already spent all this money. I might as well I gotta use this office for something. I gotta justify the fact that I bought it.
Man, this is Trump's America, baby. You can write that shit off.
That only certain people can do that. I will never be at that level. I'll never be at that level with it. Like just like getting given, random me
So
tax break.
let me ask you a question.
Okay,
I
let's go.
seen I seen your post about you going on war with your HOA, but I seen it in clips on TikTok. So
Okay.
what's up with this, man? What started it? What made you want to go ham? What's going on,
Okay.
brother?
So that is I'm gonna be happy to go through all of that with you one day. But this is like I can't talk about it right now, and I can't give you the details right now.
Okay. So you
I
have war
can
with it, huh?
like behind like me and you. I can. I'm not gonna do that here though.
All right. I
I don't
got you.
want to
So
go and ruin some.
so we know that you are at war with the HOA. That's all we need to know.
Well, it's a war with it's a contractor. It's a contract breach that I'm
All
fighting
right.
right
I
now.
get you. I
So
get you.
it's
No,
not.
we got it.
Yeah. So
Yeah. This
it's in the courts. I don't want to talk about it and ruin anything.
no, I got you. All right. So now let's go to these big issues that me and you haven't seen each other in a while to talk that shit.
Yeah,
So,
we like quit doing it right as the world fell apart.
well, you know what? That makes it even better because we get to rehash what we felt and what's going on.
All right. So what was going on? Because so much has outraged me since we quit talking. So like what was going on back then? Because it seems like every other day has like been a year. Like somebody's
So,
like, he's only been president for 7 months. I'm like, motherfucker, it feels like fucking 7 goddamn years.
so it went from the last thing we were talking about. It was a lot. He changed so much, but I think the biggest issue was Israel and Ukraine was our biggest issues. And we were talking about
Okay, so we've moved on. We've forgotten about that now. So
ain't that fucked up?
it's super fucked up, but I mean, just like reality, that's what it is.
Crazy news cycle.
So then, like, it's like he keeps trying to distract from something with something even worse, and it's like it's weird. So I guess we're not talking about Palestine anymore or Israel. And then we moved on to one of the biggest things that have been, well, there's two biggest things since we've talked. The number one thing is the killing of these people on boats without any
due process,
evidence or due process or none. And then by justifying it that they're taking drugs, drug dealing is not a capital offense.
No,
that is making me insane. That part right there. That is one of the top. And then I would say let's do that one first.
So my cocaine prices got higher.
That's not what they're blowing them up for. They're not even blowing them up for blow. They're blowing them up for and now I wouldn't even say that, dude. Number one, that's 2 strikes for you. You're brown and a past felon, and then obviously you just admitted to capital offense.
Hey, fuck it.
I mean, I don't know. It's insane to me how how we just no evidence, like, and it's not just us that needs evidence, right? I don't feel like I'm entitled to top secret shit. I'm not, but the Congress is. The people that we vote in to regulate and approve this kind of shit is. So like the fact that not even Republicans can give you an answer because they're like, well, we don't know, we haven't seen any. We this is not like a partisan problem. This is absolutely insane.
I heard on a news report that and I can't quote it source for source. So let me say, I heard it from an alleged source that because since fucking that asshole former Senator Mark Rubio, he's one of the big proponents in the president's ear with this thing with Argentina, because of his family actually immigrated to the U.S. before the big Cuban, before Fidel Castro, took over. So his family doesn't even have that communism refugee bias. I can't say bias. Well, history of saying they were fleeing communism to come to U.S. His family came before all that.
Yeah.
Like about 5 years before that, and he's the big proponent because I think he is the what is he's the the Department of State
Secretary of State.
Secretary of State, right? So he's one of the biggest proponents.
Like, one of the most important people. I mean, and you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I'm glad that there's somebody that at least knows what they're doing and it actually is a professional in the field that they're in. I don't agree with what he's doing, but I know that he should know what is and isn't it. I mean, so far it hasn't helped, but like at the time he got hired, I was like, well, at least we got somebody who does this kind of shit for a living. But now it's like, well, I guess I don't know.
You know what, brother? My thing is, this is a good. Now I'm gonna go into my Davis, my Sergeant Davis. You know what I'm saying? Bag in the conspiracy. I'm part of me is feeling like the 40 billion sent to Argentina was a bribe because this Trump administration and certain people in this administration know once the Democrats get a hold and get some power, and once they start getting subpoenaed, they already funneled their money and escape route to a non-extraditional, because we don't have no extradition treaty with Argentina. Nobody does, and it's a known refugee. You know what I'm saying? Because the Germans went there, so the Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's one of their retirement plans. Because think about it, Argentina is a very very large country, a lot of land, open land. You know what I'm saying? So if you pay a couple of billions, bro, you living there for 100 years as a king.
Yeah, but
Lord.
I mean, what does that have to do with the U.S. doing blowing boats out of the water?
What I'm saying is, I think that's one of the things. What I'm reference to is that we know Marco Rubio. Well, allegedly, he's one of the instigators between that. But once the Democrats take over, investigations, people's heads going to be on the swivel. We already know that.
Oh,
so
sure.
that's a non-judiciary country that people can't get extradited. So they're going to be there. They're going to run. As soon as it happens, they're going to run. It makes more sense. It makes a lot of sense.
I mean, I see where the conspiracy part of what you're saying comes from. Yeah, I mean, and that's not even. I mean, that's not even that far fetched. But I mean, I would. Yeah, because there's going to be people that go into jail after this. But it's just like, I mean, when you have the UN and our allies that decided not to share intelligence with us, all because they're afraid that we're committing war crimes. Well, we are. So that's a fair assessment on their part. And if we would do the same.
Oh, hell
if it was any other country just blowing unproven anything out of the water, or just like civilians, and while they're drug dealers. Well, I mean, look at what happened in the Philippines. We didn't condone that. You remember when I can't remember his name now, but the president of the Philippines was just like to get a grip on drugs was just like marking folks, like just like lining them up and pop, 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 pop. No, that's not how that's like back. Like our country was like, no, we can't. No, you can't do that.
Yeah, Duro. Yeah, Duro was doing
it. Now we're doing it.
Yeah,
and we're not doing it like lining them up on their knees, but we are doing it like just bombing a fucking boat that isn't even capable of coming to the U.S. Let's just be honest.
No, well, my thing is with that. This is my just people who know this trade, who know that trade. I'm the former of that trade. Knows that majority of the cocaine that comes in this country gets funneled through the tunnels or whatever, but it's coming through the U.S. Border Patrol. The same people who fucking harassing him. The Border Patrol and ICE. I mean, the Border Patrol, ICE, and the CIA, like they all know the tunnels, and the DEA too.
Dude, we
They
could
all
get
know.
into that whole thing, like the war on drugs thing and all that. But I mean, that what is going on there has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is they're trying to
That's a
link the two.
distraction. The fact that we're killing people to distract from our leaders' malpractice is insane to me.
No, I agree. I what I'm saying is that they're using it as a tool to justify their
Oh,
illegal actions.
I know what they're doing. I'm just saying, like, it's and it's working a lot of time. You know what? For his base, it's working. I
Well,
mean, everything he says, they'll have videos and pictures of him doing something, and they'll be like, "He didn't say that."
it's
I mean, he didn't say
no,
it.
but brother, that's what drives me crazy. Like I'm looking at the polls, right? And he still has a 30 to 35% stronghold in the fucking polls in that base.
I know. And
It's
the fact that 30 to 35% can still support this shit is
it's
mind-boggling to me.
no, you
I
know
mean, I
what?
know that that's really, really low. It's like historically low, but I mean,
Actually,
hell, Nixon had probably better than that when he was impeached.
well,
I
it's
don't
low,
know.
but it's but if you look at the demographics of it, it's really high. It's still rural white men and certain women who vote, who even though they're getting screwed over in the red states by his own policies, they're just like they're still holding on to some false hope.
Well, that's what it goes straight to what I just said. Though, like you will show them a video of him saying something, they'll be like, "Well, he didn't mean that. He didn't say that. He didn't do this. He didn't do that." It's like,
Yeah.
why are you the person coming up with all these excuses for the man that like clearly has done that? Like, my favorite one is like when you call him a felon to one of these people, especially around here. You say, "Well, the man's a felon. He's doing felon shit. Of course, we should expect this, right?" He's not really a felon. Well, what the fuck do you mean he's not really a felon?
Please, because
Yeah,
I'm
he
not a
is
felon
because
either then no
he was
more.
convicted just like every other fucking felon in the state of New York. Yes, he is. Well, no,
I
no,
mean,
no. It's because he was in New York. Okay, under that logic, so should we take all the felons from New York and just like pardon them all? Because like, shouldn't the governor get involved and be like, every felon from New York, because we're idiots, and our juries and our justice department doesn't know what the hell we're doing. That everybody that was convicted in the state of New York has been mistreated. Well, I mean, that should be grounds for an appeal, correct? I mean, makes
you
no
know what?
fucking sense whatsoever.
My whole thing about that is, brother, is that he, they don't care. They really don't. They because it's like what you said. He's convicted because to them it's not a real conviction which is crazy because they don't believe certain things of SA is not a conviction. You know what I'm saying? Because he got convicted what of previous acts of past right and money and some other cover ups.
Yeah.
You know, no, don't get me wrong.
But again, that's not the only thing they'll come up with excuses for. Well, he is an adjudicated rapist. No, he's not because that girl's crazy.
No,
No, you ain't
we can't
crazy,
say
man.
we can't say that. We got to say grape. YouTube.
No, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
But like it's like you're adjudicated of this assault,
yeah.
and but your followers are just sitting around going like, well, he didn't really do it because she's crazy. Oh, guess what? Crazy people get assaulted all the time.
Well,
Even if that was true, it's not. But even if it was true, that doesn't give you the right to just. I don't know.
hey, I'm with you with that one because I don't understand the mindset of how
Of,
can I say
of an
this?
assaulter, yeah, like
Yeah, I don't understand how people can classify certain things, right? Because I was a victim of SA as a child, and so that kind of it fucks with my brain on
it's
with that. You know what I'm saying?
of mine too. So and I'm not going to get into why it fucks with mine, but it's like I don't find there's no legitimate excuse for it, and then the people coming up with excuses
Yeah.
are and they don't have very many more days of defense for this person before they're just announcing to everybody that they support it. So I mean, there's that.
Well, my whole thing is what gets me back to the politics of it is how he campaigned on something he knew he did, right? Won the election and then told his voters, fuck you, I'm not releasing these files.
Well, Stanford, if you remember, I can go back and watch whichever, I don't remember what episode it was that we did, where I said the reason he's running for president is because he has to. Because if he doesn't win, he is fucked. And so, like, that was his option: run for president or go to jail. He knew way back then that he was going to be tearing down the White House, that he was going to be pardoning all kinds of criminals. He knew that he was going to be hiding everything that he did in his past, but he needed to be there to drag this out. And in his mind, probably, God willing, in his mind, he'll be dead before they can do anything about it. And you know what? He's probably right.
No, that man, hey. One thing I don't like Trump's policies, but I can say one thing. He proved that when you're rich,
you can do whatever.
Yeah, and if you're rich and white, you really, because Diddy ain't getting out.
No. Well, I mean, not right now. I mean, but I mean, you never know.
Trump's gonna pardon Diddy just to get the shit off of him.
I mean, Maxwell's gonna get a pardon too. I guarantee you. I mean,
no. Well, she's getting crazy part of it. She's getting computation, which ends up being a reduced sentence. And then later on, before he leaves office, it's gonna be a pardon.
Oh, for sure. But it's building up all to that.
Yeah, she's already in one of the easiest. So I done federal time. So
it doesn't yeah, like that's why I said it's already proven that he protects them.
Yeah. Like she was like, oh, he wasn't a part of it. Bitch, come on.
Oh yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like this is a legit word though. She has legit, like, she's catered to by the BOP, the Bureau of Prisons officers and other higher staff, because she is a high asset that they're going to release soon. That's confirmed that she's highly taken care of, typically more than whatever you get. So, and in a federal prison camp, it's an open bay with a lot of people. You kind of stay back, like, you know how we were when we joined the military back in basic training. So it's a big bay. Everybody, it's open bay, but it's very relaxed on the standards compared to when you go to a low, medium, or high, or USP, whatever. The different classifications in federal prison. But the thing is, the camp is it's basically like, bro, you only wake up, you do what you got to do, you go back to the dorm or whatever. It's really not a dorm. It's like being back in basic. And you kicking and watching TV or listen to radio or listen to the radio or reading books. The only difference in the camp is that you got to have your bed squared away at 6-7 o'clock in the morning. But there's some loopholes with that. The fact that she has, and the camps are easy, because I started my first bid in the camp, then I ended up going to a low because I re-offended. The fact that she has all these things super easier than what it is now, and she's protected by the fucking warden. This is not just not hearsay. This from from public reports. This is from people who are doing time still. People. Yeah, that means we know she's getting out.
I've been knowing that since. I've been knowing that.
Yeah.
I mean, It's sick. It really is sick.
Hey, the fact that people are willing to
Yeah.
sell out.
So Amanda Valentine just said that she's seen something today that Maxwell's lawyer confirmed that officers from the prison camp had been fired because they leaked their emails. That is, I've seen the same thing, Amanda. I really did. It's getting to the point where it's just like, why even just let her go back to England, or where let them deal with it or something, because our justice department and our government is not competent to deal with pedophilia. It's just not. So I mean, how about we put her in cuffs and then just send her over to England and let them deal with people how they should be dealt with. Put them in jail. They're a good. They're not like a torturing country or anything, but like send her somewhere where somebody competent can be in charge of that.
Oh, you're right.
So I mean, I don't know. No, I'm actually, and thank you, Amanda, for watching. Like, I didn't think anybody would be watching.
We got 2 viewers, my brother. We got 2 viewers.
Oh, one of them's me because I'm watching to see what's going on. So that doesn't really count. We got one.
Oh, good. No, you can damn. I forgot how you could put the thing for people asking questions. Did she
Oh,
ask you to
it says chat on the side of it. I'm on the computer, so there's a, or you can go to, well, you can't. I got the YouTube on one screen, and then, or
No, it's fine.
Restream. Anyways,
Yeah. So you know what? It's fucking nuts, bro. It's fucking nuts. And Amanda, thank you for your questions. Thank you for listening, because me and Hoggy haven't talked that shit in a while.
It's happened across the yeah, no, so did I. I just happened to answer my phone when he called a minute ago, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to go live?" And I was like, "What? Can I pee?"
No, we ain't doing all that. So I gotta get a refill, but I got a question for you, Hog.
What's up?
So we already know about the Epstein files, but what was your thoughts about the government shutdown over healthcare, and they denied SNAP, and then come to find out $5 billion. The Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown, right?
Yeah.
So people were mad about her not issuing the state.
I got a lot of thoughts on this.
But the problem is, with her not issuing the state, end up showing that the fund was already depleted. So the money is missing from the fund. The $5 billion is gone. That's like, so what happened to the $5 billion that was already in the fund?
Well, that's not a mystery. Are you kidding me? That's not a fucking mystery.
I'm just saying, they blame the Dems, but the end of the day is the fund wasn't never funded, even though it was funded last year on congressional record. But this year, where the funds at?
I haven't seen what you're talking about, where the funding wasn't there. I've seen that the funding was there, so I don't know where you're getting that reference from. But
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you because it was
yeah, please.
So it's no, because it's on record that since the Supreme Court Justice showed that, so when she kicked it back to the lower court, it forced the government to show where the funding is at, and the funding was not there.
Yeah, but they were also saying that the funding wasn't there prior to that, and they were trying to prove that they didn't want the funding to be there. They can make it disappear somewhere.
Yeah, but the thing is, the funding was already allocated for years automatically to go in.
But if you're in power and you want the funding to not be in that account, all you got to do is move it.
No, you're right. You're right, but they're playing a smoking mirrors, because they're trying to say the states are depriving the people, or the Democrats were not giving people, they don't want the SNAP benefits, but the funding of the $5 billion reserve that was already set by federal law, like almost 20 years ago.
So Amanda said she works for USDA and she hasn't heard that, and she's going to ask somebody on Monday. But like that, yeah. So get me that information. I'll send that to her too. Whatever you send me, because this is the first I'm hearing about that.
Let me ask you, because I can't see Amanda's question because I'm
Okay,
on
go
the
ahead
phone.
and I'll interpret.
But how did she deal with the government shutdown? Because the U.S. I don't think was the USDA one of the ones that were paid. I don't think they were. All the state departments were paid.
I think that she was on furlough as well. Amanda, like it's going to take a minute for it to come through. Obviously.
Yeah.
I believe she was furloughed, but I don't know for sure. I think that she was one of the ones. But anyways,
But that's crazy though, right? Food safety, the thing that kills most of humans is food, right? And we fucking furloughed them.
Oh
That's
no, she
fucking
wasn't.
nuts.
No, she was. She got to work through it.
Did she get the pay? Did she get paid through it?
You get paid? Well, she can hear you. I'm like,
I'm just asking because
no, I forget that. Like, I'm got to get back in the groove, bro.
well, because
I'm reading that. I'm reading the
I,
question to you, but I didn't need to like say that she was. I was furloughed. We all were, but we did have a few sub agencies that pulled pay, but they had to work without pay. So I mean, they'll get back paid, but that doesn't help somebody who doesn't.
That's still 40 fucking days of not paying. God damn.
Yeah, I mean, for the average person, that gets your house repossessed, that gets or foreclosed, gets your car repossessed. It could be, how are you going to get to work without the gas money to get there? Like there's so many things that these people in Washington don't think on the lower level of a person. They don't remember where they came from, if they came from there. The ones who I know did, like say Vance, they like to pretend like, oh, everybody should have 4 months worth of savings. Well, yeah, that's easy to say, motherfucker, when you're a fucking millionaire.
He wasn't even a fucking real,
I get that, but what I'm saying, like, he's claiming that he comes from somewhere. You should at least be able to pretend to remember where you came from.
No, that shit got debunked. But I get what you're saying, but he's not. Fuck him, Vance. You know what?
Double fuck him. Yeah, absolutely, double fuck him.
Yeah,
I can't stand him.
Fuck him. And the crazy part is when you sell your soul, you have a minority wife, and now you chilling with Charlie Kirk's wife. Come on, bro. Come on. That shit ain't.
I think honestly, dude. I think, and you'll remember me saying this before inauguration. I think that the Christian right put JD Vance. They did. Put them there because that's what they wanted. They were waiting on something. They knew something like this, what's about to happen. It's about to happen, dude. It was going to drop. And then the powers that be are going to give permission to their senators, because they're all beholden to that Christian right, because that's their main base, and say, okay, we can convict now. We have our man in there. That's really what they wanted, because Vance doesn't have a freaking solid bearing on anything. He will do whatever it is that will make him money or advance his life or career. That's it. Because not even 5 years ago, he was calling Trump the Hitler of our time. And now all of a sudden he's changed loyalties because there's money in it for him. He is not. I mean, the dude acts like Harvard graduates are fucking loser, insane people. He's a Harvard graduate. The dude's not dumb. You know what I mean? Like, he knows what he's doing. You don't get to claim ignorance when you've got that kind of fucking education. And then, I mean, so I've always said this since before, and I know you got to remember this. I said, this is what's going to happen. They're going to, they put him in there because they even said before before he was even chosen, when Trump called him, and the big wigs from the Christian evangelical right were all like, we got our man. We got the one we wanted. And they were all happy. Of course they were. And so, I mean, I've already beat that dead horse, but it's about to come to fruition. I'm telling you, it's like I was freaking psychic on that shit. He's gonna exactly, Amanda. He's gonna do what he was told. That's why he was put there. Because that's exactly why he was put there. And I told you guys from the beginning that that's why he was put there, because I knew that this idiot couldn't fucking stay out of goddamn trouble long enough to get the. Now they have a man in there that they can really trust to do whatever it is they want done, and they're going to use him as however they want, because he will. What I told us talking to Greta today. Just today, my wife.
But it's in Jesus' name, bro.
He's like a log. You ever seen a log in the ocean that's just like caught in the tide, and it just like kind of goes whichever way the water's going? That's our vice president. That's what he does. He goes back and forth, and man, every once in a while he may get stuck in the mud a little bit, but not for long. That tide's gonna bring it. The tide's gonna come up, and it's gonna bring him back to just going. It's never gonna make it to shore. It's never gonna make it to dry land. It's just gonna keep either going further out or just get stuck right there in that little thing. That's him. He's no loyalty whatsoever to his conscience. He's got no loyalty to a belief system. He will believe or have convictions on whatever it is that will advance him as a human being, as a person. No regard for anybody else. Next, you go.
You know what? Hoggy military vets, over 20 years of, Air Force decorated vet, basically telling you, JD Vance, you're a piece of shit and go fuck yourself. No, that's all we got. That's all we got to say.
What up, Pete?
So we're not going deep with that bullshit with you, JD.
Pete's in our fucking comments, bro.
Pete's in the comments?
Yeah, I wonder if he wants to get Pete, you want to get invited? We can send you an invite. That way you can be the voice of reason. We had old band back together.
Yeah, we were doing some random, this is how we started.
Bullshit.
We gotta let people know that we're still out there, Yeah, so yeah, JD Vance, you're right. JD Vance ain't got no heat. Is what it is, man.
I know Pete remembers me saying that because I've said it on. I know I said it in a show one time, but I know for a fact I talked to him personally and said the same thing. I told my wife that shit. Watch this shit happen, and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I'm a fucking psychic.
So look, let's go to the next topic because JD Vance, we know he's a piece of shit, right? So, Hoggy, what do you think about? What's the tip of my head? What's a good one?
I don't know. Give me something.
You know what? So, what you think about how America? No, that's not. Nah, we gotta have Pete on that one because Pete's gonna be an intellectual one on that one. That's the hot topic.
That's a little. We need a voice of reason for that one.
yeah. We need Pete on that one. So, all right. So, what do you think? What do you think about the Democrats folding during the? No. What's up? Talk to me, Hoggy. What? You turning red, my brother. You turning red. What's up,
bro?
The Democrats folding.
Between this administration and my HOA, I'm gonna have to go have my blood pressure medicine upped.
Bro, I'm already seeing him turn red. Look, hey, Cat, you see him turning red? Look at him. He's sweating like a chili pepper.
Oh my god! I think
what's up, brother?
Adjust my settings on my camera.
Bro, you went from regular white to red, angry, like the shit that you see on
you just, dude. Do you know how pissed off I was? Because you got us all on board for this bullshit. Well, I didn't think it was bullshit.
Yeah.
And I knew too, Amanda. I knew it, but I was like, they're doing this because they know that you guys are a bunch of freaking pussies. And they know that you're going to cave. And I'm like, actually, you know what? They might actually stay together and not cave. And then 41 fucking days later, after you've made everybody work for nothing and SNAP benefits and all the other shit, and you just give them everything you wanted for what? For nothing. They got nothing.
Promise.
A promise from a Republican is like fucking getting shit in the mouth, dude. It's like just the awfulest thing you could ever want. I mean, could you imagine? Oh, how about you loan me $1 million? I promise to pay you back. Fuck, man. Jesus Christ.
Hey, they got the promise to, not even a promise to put it on a bill.
They got a promise
to bring it up.
They got a promise to maybe bring it up. What? What? Oh, dude. I wanted to. You know what? I'm so glad you called, because you know what? My wife won't listen to me. I mean, she agrees with me and all that, but that kind of
it simmers you down, but it doesn't.
Well,
it doesn't
no, I mean, no. Honestly, I kind of want some resistance every once in a while, because sometimes you can get yourself so worked up that you are actually thinking about. That's why I like talking to Pete so much. Is like you do actually get yourself worked up into a tizzy to where you're tunnel visioned onto the negative, and you kind of aren't seeing what's coming off in the periph. But I mean, it's kind of hard to
see. But my thing with that, brother, and this is I'm always interrupting you, is that this is how I view it. The Democrats who folded and the ones who behind the scenes, especially in the Senate. See, the problem is the GOP people have a very stronger base. The Dems don't. So the Dems who voted for this and the ones who kind of wishy-washy, they will be voted out, because at the end of the day is the one thing about Democratic voters, because most of the Democratic races happens on presidential hours, they're going to be voted out.
And but here's the thing, Stanford. That's the whole reason they picked those 8.
But
they're not up for re-election.
But
and guess what? We already forgot about Israel and Palestine. We're going to forget about this by the time they're ever running, and they know it.
No. I don't know, because you know what?
And you won't.
Israel and Palestine, I hate to say it, but it's a distant issue that doesn't affect American people immediately. Healthcare and food and inflation is in your pocket. When your premiums go up, right? Yeah. Like when you're making 50,000, your rent went up, and then your premiums go up, and then you gotta either get the lowest cost health insurance, or you cut health insurance out at all, because that's what happened, before we had ACA, because that's what people forget during the ACA years, but on top of the fucking fall of the fucking financial collapse of the fucking housing market, that was a big part of it too, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna happen again. So people remember that shit. People do remember that shit. Especially
here's the thing, though. They're only going to remember it if it's still affecting them. So what they're gambling on is what Pete said, is most of them who voted for it aren't even running for re-election. They're getting out. They're retiring. But then the other ones are gambling, in my opinion, that the House and Senate will be controlled by the Dems and be able to kind of correct this course a little bit, and it'll be forgotten.
If you get the right so-called new moderates, and not these old moderates and some other left wing, that's the only way. Right now, you got to vote these old fucks out. Like Chuck Schumer, he needs to go. He knows this is his last tour.
Everybody who's been in there more than 3 or 4 terms needs to go.
Yeah.
I mean, are you kidding me? Like, I don't understand. Like when somebody was a friend of mine, he was joking around, but called me and like, hey man, you want to come over for the you want to come over for the he's having a Nancy Pelosi retirement party. I was like, man, y'all keep thinking that I give a shit about. First of all, she's California's fucking congressperson, but the other thing is, like, I think that she was there too long. I mean, I thought she did some good things, but my God, you can't just like die in Congress like everybody keeps doing. It's like, do your good thing and then leave. But it's like, we got to put term limits on these people. The fact that we can't vote something like, if we were to put that up to a vote, and I'm trying to come up with shit to talk about because you're gone, but if we were to put that shit up,
I'm still here, bro. I heard you.
If we were to put that shit up for a vote, term limits on Senate and Congress, it would probably get almost 100% of the vote.
Oh, bro, that
Agreed, Pete. Like agreed. Yeah, Bob. Like when I was brought that to my attention, I'm like, okay, Bob, thank good. You know, I hope it's. Should have left when her husband was getting assaulted with a freaking hammer. You know, like go be with your family. You're old.
no, you know who needs to go?
All of them.
Mitch McConnell. He fell.
Oh yeah, he's from that era of her too.
He slipped that stupid ass bill on THC hemp because
well, yeah, okay. You were talking about Chuck Schumer a minute ago. Okay.
No. Chuck Schumer need to go too.
McConnell should have went as soon as he froze on camera because he stroked out in the middle of a freaking interview.
Yeah. He shucked in another bill in there too before he fucking dies. Piece of shit.
Amanda said we should all run Gen X. Well, honestly, they should be pretty much represented by Gen X. But like I said before, we fought this fight in the 90s to get some equality and some fucking shit going, like some Gen X fucking ideas. But we never replaced our freaking politicians. They're the same motherfucking ones. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, fuck them motherfuckers, bro. I always like look Huggy so in thought. Look, he typing mad. Look at him turning around. He's like,
Pete's over here like talking shit about football, and I'm like, which I'm totally about to. Let's talk that shit for a minute. Let my blood pressure come down for a minute. Let's talk about football.
Oh my god,
Pete ain't even here. He ain't even on. He's like got to type whatever the fuck. I just changed costumes.
That's why he knows you so well. He's typing shit to make you go redder and redder. He's like, fuck logging on. I'm gonna type this shit so he can read it out loud.
Yeah, I was like, this is gonna make no sense whatsoever. Like, you're over there in that serious fucking rant, and I'm be like, you know what? Fuck Arkansas. I mean, we could probably turn that into a
turn back to Bill Clinton. You know what? Tell Bubba to stop getting blowjob.
Man, dude, that was weird. I mean, I'm sure that's like no validity to it. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, that's insane.
Look,
God, I hope. You know what? I hope that it's true. And then I also hope that Hillary was the one taking the fucking pictures.
Bro, that means oh my God.
And then they all can go to jail. That way the people on the right can see how you're supposed to support your politicians, not as a god. Just like, oh, whoa, wait, they did that? Oh, they gotta go.
Hey.
There is no loyalty no more.
Oh my God,
it's sick,
bro. You fucked my head up with that one. If Hillary took the picture of oh my God,
but you know what I mean? Like, I just want to be able to show. I mean, honestly, I don't for her family, but it's just like they keep saying stuff like that, like about like everything you say about.
But why are we assuming that it's him though? That's the crazy part. Why do we think it's Bill?
First of all, I don't think that we are. I'm not. I'm thinking that the trolls on the internet are because it's funny. It's a fucking funny story. That's why they're fucking bringing this shit into. And then just like MAGA people always do, they take what somebody makes that's funny and then turn it into, because his nickname is Bubba or whatever, and then they turn it into something, and then the right all or the left all thinks that we're sucking Bill Clinton's dick or whatever. Okay, well, we were saying that. I mean, it's literally in the email. I'm sure that I was just a brother who never in a million years thought that his email would be read by the entire country. However, you know, if I probably got emails saying.
My question is this. Let me ask you this. Go. Straight up, and Pete, I know you're hearing this. Why do white people who commit crimes like to use the long form version of technology, email, unsecured text messages. You know what I'm saying? And they put it all out there.
Well, the
Don't get me
thing
wrong.
was,
Don't get me wrong. Black people, we usually do a little text messages, but it's mostly voice recorded, right? It makes sense. They like to talk to people. But white people like to put it in black and white. They're like, Bill Clinton sucked this dick.
the yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm talking about. It makes no fucking sense.
like, I mean, criminals wouldn't be in jail if they were smart. I mean, even you got to admit that. Like, when you got busted, it was for doing something stupid. I can almost guarantee it.
It was random. I got
But
racial
it was
profile on the
randomly
highway.
stupid. You were doing something stupid. You probably
No.
had
The crime I done was no. It was I picked it, which is now illegal in 28 states.
Well, I mean,
But
yeah. So you could argue that part was stupid, but I mean,
I got racially profiled because I was in Utah traveling with a bunch of pounds of weed, but whatever.
well, and that was stupid because you know you're brown. It's not like you woke up in the morning and looked
Hey,
at yourself in the mirror and was like,
20,
you know what, I'm looking extra white today. Let's go to Utah.
look, 20 trips in, I was good. The 21st one, I got popped. Whatever.
That's how it always is, though.
It is what it is. You know.
There's people in prison that got away with it for 30 years. I mean, the president of the United States is still a free man.
You know? That right there is the most
insane thing.
I don't like his policies, but the gangster in that is the shit.
Oh, that is not
bro. He read no.
That is having real gangsters that fucking just keep him around because he's useful idiot.
Is he or is he? No, he outlived those fucking gangsters. Bro,
I understand.
He made it to president. You don't see fucking Johnny Luciano, the other mobsters from these days make it to president. He made it to president.
I also don't think that he was doing the exact crimes that they were doing either. He just fantasized about it. I don't think he was out there killing people.
Hey,
I mean, yeah, one could argue that every suicide
who says he hasn't? With that kind of money, who says he hasn't? He hasn't.
You know, I don't think he's got it in. I don't think he's got it in.
I'm not saying he did it himself. I'm just talking about he didn't pay. Who says he hasn't paid one off?
Oh well, I'm not saying that he hasn't, but I don't know. I get what you're saying, but I fuck him. I can't. You know what?
Well,
you know what? Like I was telling. Actually, I think it was Pete back when we were, and he said, "Is there anything that you can find? Like, what are you mad about that he did today?" And I said that he woke up breathing. There's literally, you're not going to get me to admit to a good thing that cocksucker does ever. Like, you're so evil that I don't care what an evil person does.
Damn, we can't wake up.
That's so evil that you could like all of a sudden decide to be a good person. I still fucking hate you.
Look, I agree with you.
I hope your religion forgives you because I won't.
No. See, I agree with you because I'm not I think he's.
Pete said it's a white thing.
No, I think he put. I think he
said that about the question you asked. It takes a minute for it to come through.
I can't see, Pete. I can't read, bro.
You asked him about the phones and the things, and he said it's a white thing. But I don't know when that came up. Just letting you know he responded to you.
No, I appreciate it. Look, I disagree with a lot with Trump. I disagree with 98% of what he does, right? Mm-hmm. But the one thing I can admit is that he has actually, his rhetoric brought out the part of America that black and brown folks always talked about that nobody believed. You know what I'm saying? That the race. So now it's on full display, especially with his supporters who think that he's a living God. Like, the man's not a living God. I don't understand how you can roll around with a Trump flag more than U.S. flag. That right there infuriates me more than anything else.
Well, I've never even seen I mean, in a non-election year, this is why I tell it's a cult. It's not it is not a regular. If I see a Hillary sticker or a Biden sticker, it's because the lazy person never scraped it off their bumper.
Yep.
It's not because they're still flying a brand new flag on their pickup truck. This is insane. This is insane behavior. Like at your house. Like, who the fuck worships a human being like that? I mean, no, I don't. I've got my Saint, mostly the American flag, and then like on game days, I got my Saints flag and my fucking LSU flag. Like, none of those are human being, like one personal human being. I have never even put a yard sign out for who I'm voting for. It's like this is not this isn't it's not normal. It's not normal.
No, it's not. It's not, brother. No, I totally agree. No,
It's just, and it's weird.
There's a house I know where I live in Massachusetts. He not only does he have a Trump sign, he has Trump stickers all over his house.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's insane.
what? I'm like, when the if the war kicks off, I'm burning your house down. You're a traitor. Like, I'm burning your shit down. You know what I'm saying? And I'm claiming it because in war, the you know what I'm saying, the spoils go to the victors. And the problem is, majority of the North and certain states that support democracy, they're supported by majority of the world. So, like, like, come on, the UK
and the majority of the world doesn't want the U.S. to fail. So, I mean, you know,
like, come on. Like,
I mean, they don't. They want Trump to fail, but they don't want the U.S. to fail.
No, because we have too many years vested for this dumbass. Like his policies, but no. So, yeah, I know we getting to a close hour, so I have another question for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to take up all your time on this podcast when you spend time with the family. So, last issue.
All right.
Let me think. Because there's been so many, bro. So I'm trying to figure out which one's a good one to make you go red again. Let me see. Let me see.
This is why we need Pete, because you just like pick on me.
No. Because you get fired up. You know, you like the modern FDR. You get fired up. Then the hoggy fireside chats. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Some of the issues you tackled on your own podcast, but let me think. So we tackled Trump, the world. I don't know. There's so much going on. I don't know, Hoggy. What do you think?
No, I mean the most recent shit was what I was talking about that has like had my blood boiling was the boats and this like protecting of a child abuser that just to me like that used to be. Do you know like the outrage that there was in a lot of communities, not just one, when Michael Jackson it was just accused of all that stuff. He never there was never enough proof to charge with anything. But even though he was a musical genius, nobody came up with excuses. Like none of us would have dropped our kids off at his house. Like normal people. Like, okay, you know, I mean, there's just an accusation of that would cause me. That's why most normal grown men, especially, are going to be extra careful about how they are seen to have treated or treat female or young children.
You're right, because when they raided Neverland Ranch, they were there for about a month, thinking they could find. They were there for a month trying to find something. They didn't find nothing.
They find way less. Nothing. But then you got this guy who's got like pictures of him with like children, like obvious children. Like these are things you can look at that. Just look it up. You can see it. It's weird. It's not normal. That shouldn't happen. A grown man shouldn't be walking into the dressing room of young teenage girls doing a beauty pageant. This is not normal. So like I don't understand how all of a sudden we coming up with excuses for predators. It's mind-boggling to me, and it always will be, because I just don't understand it. Why? Okay, and first of all, he's adjudicated for having assaulted in a sexual manner grown women. That has been proven. Yes, the statute of limitations, he didn't go to jail for that. And then like y'all, a lot of these right wingers, they're like, well, demonizing the victim first of all, because they they asked for it or whatever. That's what has always been said. That's what's always been said by predators. They've always said that, and then it takes the victim so much time because they want to say that nobody's going to believe. They get told by these people in power, nobody's going to believe what you say against me because I am more powerful than you.
Yep.
And all we're doing right now is justifying that, what they tell their victims, because we're not fucking believing them. And now these girls that were assaulted as children are now in their 40s or 30s. That doesn't change. Get their look of their face at 40 out of your head and put your 12-year-old in the situation. And it would sicken you. You know what I mean? Like nobody's thinking about this how they should. Because if they did, they would not support this shit. It would.
No, I think it's bro. Megan Kelly had she put her own little two piece on it too. So, and it's one of those things. It's the weirdest thing, bro. We can't explain it.
The excuses for protecting, and like it really sickens me when these victims, they were so abused that it took them that many years to come out and tell their story, that to the point where they can't even really get real justice for it. And the supporters of these people and this man, no, actually not people, this one man is such blind loyalty that they are willing to come up with did you hear Megan Kelly?
Yeah.
Try to twist this into like explaining how there's a difference between the assault of a 4 or 5-year-old and a 14, 15-year-old. Well, yeah, there is probably, but it's equally sick.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's sick to assault any woman or any human being at any age, but it's uniquely sick if you are a child. And the fact that you're out there trying to, a mother is out there trying to spin this into some kind of, well, he just happened to be a little bit attracted to some 14, 15-year-olds. Whoa, what? What if that was your 14, 15-year-old?
That tells you she don't care.
No, she does. Oh, she cares about her kids. But these poor kids, these ones that don't have all the money, they should feel lucky.
No, if it happened to her kids and it was a reasonable amount of money that she felt like she's comfortable with, she would take the payout.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because if that's her feelings on it, yeah, probably.
Yeah. That's my opinion.
There's no amount of money that would keep me from hurting you very badly with weapons. I don't know what you're allowed to say. You keep reminding me.
But
there's no amount of money. There's no amount of money.
That being said, me and Hoggy gonna jump off this thing because we've been on here for an hour. We just want to talk some shit real quick, with you guys and let you know, Altitude Attitude. We have not went anywhere. We are coming back. We just got to revamp. We're taking our time and we got a couple of things, but we wanted to let you guys know that, you know, we're still Hoggy's channel is blowing up. He's doing his own, you know, his own personal thing,
And
which
we are
is
all still, we all still talk. We're all still friends. Nobody was butthurt about anything. It just life took over.
yeah,
And,
no, bro.
people had to go and do
For
more
2 months
important,
straight,
more
2 months
important
straight,
shit than losing your lid on the fucking internet.
yeah, for 2 months straight, I was working 10 to 12 hours a day,
Yep.
5 to 6 days a week.
Yeah, because
So
really, you kind of were gone. Not
yeah, I was,
gone, but you were just like you had to miss a lot at the end, you know, and then Pete with his business and what he was dealing with, it just
yeah.
became so much that we kept trying to come up with ways we could do it. Like, let's just pre-record it all on one day, or you know, and then it got to a point where it's like Pete can't really, he ain't got the time to deal with it. You didn't have the time to deal with it. And so it kind of went away. And then I was bored. So I just started making fun of my wife on TikTok.
Then you became a TikTok internet superstar.
You're right.
Nah, bro, your average views is 50 to 100 plus. At least, you know what I'm saying? Your average views is like at least 50 views.
I think my average is way more than that. I get like 67,000 a month.
See, you see how bougie he became?
That's nothing. That's nothing. Like in the grand scheme of things.
Well, you know what? Not it takes time. Think about how quick you done that within a small time frame that you did it.
Yeah, it's just like consistency. Just keep doing it.
Yeah. So
and make it original. Like, because Greta will see something sometimes and be like, oh, that would be cool, a cool thing for you to do. I'm like, it's already been done. I don't want to do it. That's not me. I'm not trying to do that. I want to, like, if I come up with something, it's gonna be mine. It's gonna be original. But anyways, check me out. Instagram and TikTok is Hog4602 and Christopher Hogset on Facebook. All right.
Look at him. Now he's got a shout already. Yeah.
Oh, you reminded me. Greta gets on me all the time. I always forget to say that. And I always forget to say like and follow and shit.
Look, Altitude Attitude, we're still here. We're gonna occasionally do some. I think we're gonna go on to the little pop-up scene, which is like, you know how you guys see it with the chefs when they do a little pop-up and everybody kind of goes to it. That's how we're gonna do it right now. Do random, we'll pop up randomly. It'll be Hoggy and Pete, me and Hoggy, or me and Pete, whatever, vice versa. All three until we get our. We got a lot of things going on behind the scenes with our life. So, but we want to let you guys know that we're still here. We still talk politics. It's just, you know, we trying to be consistent, but we got to work it in our schedule. But in the meantime, we're gonna still talk shit and rage, you know, pop up and talk this shit and have a good time.
Hell yeah. It was good to see you, man. I'm glad you called. Randomly out of the clear blue fucking sky.
Hey, that's what I do. Call me Black Santa Claus.
Luckily, I didn't sell all the equipment since you guys fucking shit the bed. Anyways, Stanford, I'll talk to you later.
He's an asshole. I love him. So much shit. You guys have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you guys later.